Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Executive Vice President of Government and Development at Mastercard, Tara Nathan, and U.S. Global AIDS Coordinator and U.S. Special Representative for Global Health Diplomacy, Ambassador Deborah Birx.
Pleasure to be here at Concordia and this summit, who from the beginning recognized that we achieve more together when we bring foundations, the public sector, and the private sector together in a dialogue. Sometimes people look at programs and think it's just resources, but we understand that what makes programs effective are the people who run them and the ideas and solutions that those people have that can make programs even better. When PEPFAR was launched by President Bush, it was launched as a real humanitarian translation of the generosity of the American people to really change the course of life's suffering throughout the globe. What started out as a life-saving program, we realized resulted in us changing the very course of the pandemic and an opportunity to actually control HIV/AIDS without a vaccine or a cure while we work towards a vaccine or a cure. No one has attempted to control a pandemic with the tools that we have utilized in the way we have it. But we believe that PEPFAR has always sought to make the impossible possible. And our new administration has tasked us, when they looked at our results, in actually being more ambitious and being quicker at what we do. Our private sector partners are the ones that have brought us innovations that have allowed us to double the number of children on treatment in the last 2 years. Our private sector has allowed us and worked with us to increase laboratory infrastructure that results in both function for PEPFAR and global health, but also a global health security agenda around the globe. The private sector has helped us address cervical cancer in saving women from HIV/AIDS and preventing them from dying from cervical cancer through the Bush Institute and those private sector partners. And today we want to talk about a new opportunity within the private sector. We adopted a business model 3 years ago that looks at data in a very granular way so that we can see what we're doing at the site at which we're doing it, no matter what the geography, no matter what the country, no matter what the community. Because in the end, it's the clients and being able to see the clients that we're serving in a real way that really tells us if we're doing our job or not. And we've been looking for innovations in how to look at data. We've been looking at innovations in how clients can get their data in real time. We've been looking at innovations and trying to really find solutions in a new way. And what we've always appreciated from the private sector is their innovations and solutions that we may not have thought of as we're looking and poring over our data every day. They can take one look at our data and say, you need to do it this way and in a different way, and we can change things overnight and change a program that was just achieving to a program that is achieving amazing and spectacular results, where clearly no child, no mother, no father, no grandmother, no grandfather is left behind in our response to the HIV/AIDS epidemic. So there's an extraordinarily potential here and a real impactful public-private partnership that we want to talk about today that's beginning to evolve and can provide us potential solutions for the future. So I'm going to turn briefly over to Tara to talk about this.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Ambassador. We're very excited to talk about this new public-private partnership between Mastercard and PEPFAR. You know, one of the staggering numbers that I came to find through PEPFAR research was that over 2/3 the cost of HIV/AIDS treatment is actually due to service delivery, not the cost of the drugs themselves. So one of the things that we believe that Mastercard can do, obviously in the delivery then of very effective HIV prevention schemes, addressing means to come up with effective means of service delivery is going to be critical. And this is really where we believe that the partnership with Mastercard can come into play. It is going to be critical in achieving PEPFAR's goals that we find ways to use our innovative technology and service delivery models to help achieve this greater efficiency. So let me give you a couple of examples. One of the things that we can do is through a chip-enabled card or through chip-enabled technology, we can help ensure that HIV-positive patients who are receiving life-saving antiretroviral medications do so on time and according to schedule. We also can work with HIV-negative individuals in helping them with their prevention schemes. So providing better holistic prevention services, as well as education, testing, as well as even access to financial services that you may not think, critical access to financial services that may be required to receive these benefits. One of the things that Ambassador Birx mentioned, which I think is so critical, is the types of public-private partnerships that we feel are so critical. For us, the criticality of the Mastercard and PEPFAR coming together here is us using our core competencies in digital technology and in data analytics and the power of analyzing data to actually bring efficacy and efficiency to the service in service of HIV/AIDS patients.
Great, and I just want to thank again Concordia, who brought us together before 3 years ago when we had a real crisis, when we saw that the pandemic was moving into young women, 15 to 24-year-olds. And it was through that that we launched DREAMS, Determined, Resilient, Empowered, AIDS-Free, Mentored, and Safe Young Women, that brought together Johnson & Johnson, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Gilead, and ViiV to really put a comprehensive structural intervention together to change the lives of young women so that they could remain HIV-free. We believe that this kind of data evolution solution will take us to that next level of ensuring that we know precisely what each young girl needs and what structural interventions will change the course of her life and her ability to remain HIV-free. So this is just one step forward in what we hope is an evolving solutions. We know that more of you have more solutions for us. And so please feel free to find us anytime, any place. We really want to be able to be faster and better and more efficacious and really be able to be a decade from now to be able to say, this was the day that we talked about controlling the HIV/AIDS epidemic, and we can show the world that pandemics can be controlled and artificial barriers are barriers that we put up, and that the private sector and private foundations can find solutions for us. So thank you.
Thank you.